Hey everybody, this is Bill at Jagged X Off-Road. We are over here at, let's see, the satellite shop, maybe the Jagged Skunk Works shop, if you will. But what we have here today, what we're gonna talk about a little bit, we got a little new project going on. This is a 23 Ranger Crew North Star Edition. And we are getting ready to, well, we're started already, but we are digging into this thing and we're gonna make it super, super cool. And I wanna show you a little bit of the stuff along the way. So we got with our friends over at Thumper Fab and decided we're gonna give this thing a monster stance. It's not quite gonna be as big as the Monster General that we just finished, but it's still gonna be really, really cool. So we're going with a Thumper Fab long travel kit for their Ranger, and we'll walk through this thing a little bit and I'll show you what we're doing here. We got half of the kit installed so we can show you what it looks like installed on the one side. The other side, strip clean. I'll show you some of the components in the kit, and we'll see how this thing comes together. So like I said, on this side of the car, we've installed both sets of arms on this one. This whole side is virtually done. We haven't finished up the brake lines yet. We're waiting to put it on the ground to attach the sway bars. But everything else is pretty much in place, and we want to go over and kind of show you how this whole thing goes together. Now, this is not a lift kit like some people will put on a Ranger to get bigger tires. This is an actual full suspension long travel kit. We replaced virtually everything. It has different axles. We went with the Thumper Fab King Cobra axles. That's their top of the line axle. We did the Thumper Fab billet tie rod kit, which really upgrades the steering tie rods substantially. We went with their Elite Series ball joints in the front, massive ball joints. I'll show you that on the bench. So everything is done. Everything is really high end, really quality, nice materials. So far, all the fitment has been really good. We did a couple other little things on this car too. We figured if we had it this far apart, we might as well add whatever we can to strengthen this whole thing up. So Thumper Fab offers a really cool front frame stiffening kit that goes underneath the differential and actually stiffens the entire front section of the frame, because with these longer arms and bigger tires, you're putting a lot more stress on that whole frame and all the mounting points. So this is going to strengthen that up quite a bit. It gives you a double shear, an extra shear point on your suspension pickup points, and it really beefs up the bottom of that frame. Should strengthen the whole thing. So we're excited about that. And we also went with the Z-Bro shocks on this deal, so nothing's left undone. All the stock suspension is gone. Everything is gone. So these are an adjustable, fully compression adjustable shock. I think they have 15 compression adjustment settings, plus you can set the preload. We've heard nothing but good things about the Z-Bro shocks. I personally haven't had them on any of my vehicles, but we have customers that are running them, say they're great, so we're looking forward to that. Should smooth the ride out on this machine. Over in the rear, same thing. We've got fully fabricated arms, complete different control arms. Again, the Z-Bro shocks in the rear. Thumper Fab also offers a frame stiffener kit for the rear end of the car as well, which strengthens this part of the frame, which is prone, again, with longer arms, more leverage, bigger tires, puts a lot of stress on the center section of the frame. So Thumper Fab came out with a very unique way of strengthening that, and we're excited to see how that works as well. Again, haven't done the brake lines yet, but the kit comes equipped with all new brake lines. We just got to crack all those loose and re-bleed them, but we're getting close on that. So you know what, let's go over the bench and let's take a look at all these components. All right, so here's the other half of the kit. This is for the passenger side. As you can see, the arms on these things are substantially bigger and beefier than what the stock arms were. You've got a stock control arm. It looks kind of like this, tubular, pretty thin, pretty lightweight, non-serviceable ball joints. This is your new arm. This is a fully boxed arm. You can see it's substantially longer. I think these things add about 4 inches to each side, makes the car substantially wider. It also pushes the front end forward a little bit, gives you more room for the larger tires. We're actually running 35-inch tires on this car. We're not going 37s like the General, but 35s, it should give it a pretty good look for sure. Lots of ground clearance. But again, they give us some really nice ball joints. These are fully rebuildable. A component ball joint that actually threads together. It's part of it, the lower half presses in, the top of it pinches, sandwiches it in there, and then it's got a rebuildable cap. so you can service them and rebuild any parts that wear out. These are pretty sweet units. On the uppers, similar. Also, these are adjustable as well. A little different design on these. These still use a taper pin here, so you can use the factory knuckles, but again, a much stronger unit than the factory unit and rebuildable, completely serviceable. These are your King Cobra axles. They are promised to be considerably stronger than the factory units. And so far, they look really good. The boots are very nice and clean. They look like they're assembled very cleanly. And you know what? I don't think we're gonna have any problems with those. These are your Z-Bro shocks. Again, you've got adjusting knobs on for your compression for the fronts and the rears both, with a remote reservoir. Super clean looking shock, and again, nothing but good things that we heard about them. So we're excited to see how this thing rides. These are the tie rods that we were showing you. This is a fully billet, complete billet tie rod assembly. Way heavier and stronger than what the factory units are. They use a tapered sleeve in here to make sure that they stay tight on the knuckle, and big heavy duty hardware. These are good. Those are going to be a big upgrade. The rear arms, very similar to the front. It's all box construction. We had these arms powder coated, a really neat kind of a. It's not a high gloss, but it's not flat. It's a gray, and it actually matches the wheels that are going on this car. We're putting some System 3s on here, and they're kind of a gunmetal smoke gray color, beadlock, and we're excited. They're gonna match the wheels, and we're excited to see how that looks. Here we've got, these are this is that rear plate that I was telling you about on the car. This is the reinforcing plate. It's actually a sandwich P unit. Part of it goes inside the frame. This goes over the outside. They sandwich it together and add a considerable amount of strength to that rear section of that frame. So here you have it, guys. This is kind of what the kit looks like. This has got all Delron bushings in each end. It comes with all the brand new dust crush sleeves in there. Everything went together really good, and man, we can't wait to get this thing on the ground. So of course, suspension is not the only thing we're going to do to this car. We got some big plans for this unit. We've already got a Stage 6 Rockford Fosgate kit that's going to go in this as soon as it gets down off the rack. I'm going to pull the interior apart. We're going to put that big Stage 5 in there. Stage 6 Rockford Fosgate kit, and it's going to thump. Got some other things. We're gonna do some cool lighting on this car. Probably gonna put a rear bumper on it, maybe change the front bumper around a little bit. All in all, we got a whole list of things. We'll walk you through it as we do it. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be a really, really neat ride. So stay tuned for it.